Hello everybody, today is Sunday, August 11th, 2024. This is Jay with Classic Reaction. I'm going to do something different today. This is going to be my first spray wrap. I've never done one before, so we're going to give it a try. This is a buddy of mine's car. His name's Cliff. It's a 2015 Mustang GT. It's a cammed up car. It's built up a little bit, so it's quite a bit more horsepower from the factory. He ended up wrecking it, and I had to get a whole new front end basically for it. So it's got this whole new aftermarket front clip on it. So it's got a special bumper, and of course got the hood with the louvers in it and everything. So but he wanted to get it painted. He wanted to get the car painted, but didn't have enough money to get like a real paint job done on it. And I told him, I wanted to try doing something different. If somebody was willing to do it, one of these spray wraps. They're going to charge you he looked into getting a car wrapped by a company, and they were going to charge him $3,000 or $4,000. And they said they couldn't, guarantee anything. When you do wraps have a hard time getting around in, a lot of these really complex areas, these concave areas. They usually have to cut it and redo it. It can be done. I've seen some beautiful wraps before. But spray wrap, you can just spray it just like regular paint, and it's just like regular wrap. It's removable, so if you ever decide to peel it off, you can peel it off. They'll last typically 4 to 5 years. So this isn't something that's going to be permanent. I mean, unless you kept it in the garage and never drove it. But just like a paint job can only last forever if it's really meticulously cared for and hardly ever used. But it's a very good alternative financially, to do if you want to have your car, a different color. And so he's going with a Nardo gray on this car. Actually, it's going to be his taillights. He's got purple lights. He's got bunch of crazy stuff on this car. So we're going to be doing a Nardo gray with this, with a purple interference pearl sprayed over it. So this is basically going to be a Nardo gray, light gray car that's going to turn purple when the light hits it just right. That's the plan anyway. So I've never sprayed one of these before, so hopefully it turns out good. If you're watching this, and that means it wasn't a complete gigantic failure. Or maybe it was. That's probably good for TV, but that's the plan. We've got to get this thing all masked off. The thing about these spray wraps is there's no sanding. You don't sand the car. You spray the wrap right on the nice clean paint, and that's the plan. So these are the before shots. I'll get with you again once we have it masked up, and then once we start spraying. Stay tuned. Alright, so here we are about 4 hours later. All masked off, ready to spray. Have a few little spots I have to do some little bit of body work too. You can call it body work. There's a scratch right there. Something over on this one. I'll take care of that for them. And we're going to start coating this thing. It'll be Nardo gray, which is basically primer gray. This will have a satin clear on it, so this will be a flat finish, mostly flat. So we'll pick back up once this thing's in color. Stay tuned. All right, so here we are early the next morning, Monday morning, August 12th, 2024. The car is all done, all sprayed. For some reason, my camera cannot pick up the purple pearl. It's showing this very well, because even though I know it's showing, it's not showing it nearly. It's only showing about 50% of what the pearl's coming through. In person, this thing looks insane. But at least you can get some kind of idea what we got here. So again, this is Nardo gray with a purple interference pearl. So basically what's happening is the light is coming back, once it reflects back through off the car, the purple is interfering with, the gray coming back at you. So just looks gray on certain areas, certain angles, and bright purple in other areas. Very happy with the way it turned out. This is the very first one I've ever done of these. Never sprayed a wrap before. This is the I forgot to mention, I don't know if I mentioned this. If you look online, there's a company called Dip Your Car. They sell Plasti Dip. So they sell a lot of these kits for people to do this at home. I don't know if I would suggest somebody trying to do this at home. But anyways, they have a line of stuff that's called their Pro line. And that's designed to be sprayed with an actual paint gun. That way, because they sell turbine guns, electric turbine guns for people that, are trying to do this at home in their garage. And, but, of course we have an air compressor here and everything, so I used the professional stuff. Yeah, it turned out great. Very, very happy with it. The customer's extremely happy with it. And that's all that matters. This is a very low cost alternative to a paint job. If somebody wanted to get this done, you're literally talking about a quarter of the price of a regular paint job, because there's no sanding. You're literally just taping the car off and spraying it. So the materials for this car cost about $1,200 altogether. And that includes everything: the paper, the tape, all of the Plasti Dip. And the best way to describe this stuff, it's literally like putting a balloon skin on your entire car. It feels, I test sprayed this on a hood before I did this car, and it feels, when you go to peel it off, it feels just like a balloon, like the skin of a balloon. So it's not, it's tough stuff. It's not cheapy. So this stuff with it is also an awesome at protecting your paint. There's no adhesive with it like you get with a regular wrap, so you're not gonna have to worry about it peeling off your clear coat down the road. It's pretty neat stuff. I'm pretty impressed with it. I'll start advertising, and this wrap is pretty tame compared to some of the stuff that you see that they do online. You can do some wild color shifts with this stuff. So I plan on actually maybe trying it on my truck, doing a much crazier color shift on my truck. So anyways, wanted to share this little journey with you guys, so you see something different. If you like this content, you can hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to, and follow my my projects that I do. It's free. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one.